Hey everyone, how's it going today? And welcome back to another second stimulus check and second stimulus package update. And in today's update, we're going to be focusing on the unemployment benefits boost extension. And as most of you guys can probably already tell from the title, yes, the unemployment benefits boost extension has officially been approved. No, this is not clickbait. The proof is literally right here. In fact, remember how we mentioned in a couple of our past videos about how it's sometimes very hard to believe anything until we physically see it in our bank account? Well, not only has it actually been approved, but there have even a couple states that have actually either already officially seen it deposited inside of their bank account or will be in the next couple of days, which I think as good of a proof that probably is the absolute best to prove you can get. If you are brand new here, consider subscribing so you guys can get updates on the stimulus check, stimulus package, since we did talk about some of that stuff in our past couple of videos and we will have new videos rolling out. And also consider smashing the like button so it shares this video and so more people can know about this incredibly great news. Now, I think it is very important to note right off the bat before anything else is that this has actually only been approved so far for 7 specific states. But with that being said, even if your state is not listed as one of these 7 states, the fact that we even have one state that has officially actually seen that amount of money physically shown up and deposited into the bank account, it does mean that we are making progress, and it also does mean that your state could potentially be next. But that is what we're going to be talking about in today's video. What is currently required to get onto the unemployment benefits extension that was recently approved, assuming it gets approved for your state, how long it's going to physically go for, all of the different details, and also about the possibility of whether or not the $600 unemployment boost benefits extension could potentially still be a thing. So definitely watch all the way to the end so you guys can get all of these updates, and also consider subscribing and hitting the bell notification button if you're into any videos around the stimulus check or stimulus package. We also do talk about general finance and investing, so a heads up about that also. But definitely also smash the like button so it definitely helps support this channel and hopefully spreads it to more people and shares this good news and positivity. And also feel free to comment at any time if there's any thoughts that go on at any time throughout this video. So far, these unemployment benefits boost extension has officially been approved only in about 7 states, which I'll actually read out right now. These 7 states will be Arizona, Colorado, Iowa, Louisiana, Missouri, New Mexico, and Utah. And I believe of all of these 7 states, the only state that has actually seen their money officially deposited and showed up in their bank account is Arizona so far. The only state that has actually declined such an offer that definitely will not be getting, at least at this time, is South Dakota. Why South Dakota? I don't know. I mean, I think I only know about 2 people, I believe, from South Dakota, and they're not actually even on unemployment benefits, so I don't think they follow the news at all. But if you are currently from one of those states, or if you are from Arizona, maybe comment down below about whether or not you guys have officially received it, or if you guys are from South Dakota or know someone from South Dakota, then maybe, you know, feel free to comment about how's it going over there. I do believe, though, one of the reasons why South Dakota declined it is because they're actually supposedly doing pretty well during this pandemic. I mean, at least so far that's what I've heard. Certainly compared to a lot of like the states like down south or the more populated area, supposedly South Dakota is doing pretty well. Now, with that being said, even if your state is not one of those 7 states listed, there's several states that are currently in debate about it. Some of them have even submitted their application already for it, or some of them are still thinking about it. So there is definitely the fact that your state could potentially be next. In fact, I'll drop this table right now and I'll just like show it to you guys so you guys can, it doesn't show every single state, but it does show a couple even more states about the current status, about what's been going on, whether or not it's been approved, when it's going to start, when it's going to, how long it's going to likely potentially go for, and whether or not it's even submitted their application, and basically the current status of that state. Now, the amount is actually very interesting. So if you guys remember from, I believe, about 2 or 3 videos, it was the one that I talked about talking about Trump's executive orders. I mentioned how in Trump's executive orders, he mentioned how in order to get the $400 unemployment, every single state would have to contribute $100, and then Trump would contribute $300 to bring the unemployment benefits to basically $400. I believe he changed it up a little bit so the states don't actually have to contribute the $100 anymore, and they could contribute only just the $300 directly from the feds. However, I do believe the states still have the option to contribute $100 $100. So if approved, your state could potentially give you the unemployment boost of something between $300 to $400. However, the requirement to be able to get on this, and this is one of the things that's different from the regular CARES Act, I believe, is that you have to have already been collecting at least $100 per week from your regular unemployment benefits. So that basically means that if you are collecting $100, you would definitely at least get $300, so 100 plus $300, which means that you would be getting $400 to potentially $500 or something greater than that if your state approves for the $400 boost benefits unemployment extension. It also does mean that if you guys remember, I believe last week when I put up some video about unemployment and about how I predicted that my personal gut is that the unemployment was likely going to be approved in about 1 to 2 weeks, hopefully by the end of the month. And based off of this, it happened. I told you guys that it happened, and it's crazy that it did. Now, of course, it hasn't happened in every single state, but it definitely has happened certainly in some states, and hopefully it will in your state by the end of this month. But yeah, so definitely, if you guys haven't subscribed already, consider subscribing to join the community and smashing the like button if you haven't done so already. Now, when it comes to the time link, this is actually part of probably the more interesting side is that the unemployment benefits boost extension that's supposed to extend it by somewhere between $300 to $400. The only thing about this is I believe that it has to come from a very, very specific set of funds, which was already set aside for the relief. That basically means that they have to take out money from a very, very limited budget. So I believe that they said is that you're only guaranteed to have this benefit if your state gets approved for only about 3 weeks. I know this is this is probably one of the more harder news to take. I do believe that basically the deadline is that this can go as far as even to like the end of this year, but they say it depends on your state's budget. Likely though is it's only going to go on for at least basically 3 weeks guaranteed, maybe a little bit longer, hopefully a little bit longer, but it just depends on how much money is currently available. Now, with that being said, it's actually because of this reason, the more brighter news about it is that it actually does mean that there is still a chance for the $600 unemployment to happen. And the reason is because I really believe that I think it's because they extended it by this like $300 to $400, and because it's only supposed to be short term and it's already taken from a very, very specific budget that they have. It also does mean that it can't really last for the rest of the year, the likelihood is. And I think it's because of that reason, there are still debates about the $600 unemployment. The Republicans are still trying to push for another $300 in a separate bill. So there is still another possibility that the $600 or the $300 that the Republicans are currently proposing maybe will still happen. So there's definitely a chance of that. That's definitely on a brighter news. But maybe also comment down below, because there's a little bit of debate right now about some people who believe that we should just take this $300, but with the risk that it'll basically push out the $600, so it probably may not happen, or there's a chance that we can basically postpone it and try to fight for the $600. Basically, maybe comment down below whether or not you guys think that we should be trying to just take the $300 on the spot, which the Republicans are very, very likely going to propose sometime this week, or if you guys would rather just fight it off and hopefully maybe by delaying it end up actually getting $600. Maybe comment down your thoughts below. But with that being said, I believe the Republicans are set to basically write another additional bill, a proposal, sometime this week, and they're getting together to talk about it. As you guys probably know, is that the House and Senate have both officially, sadly, left for vacation. However, the House is planning to come back and I believe meet this Saturday to talk about the stimulus, but specifically about the post office situation. So that is something to notice, that there's a lot of people that have been making videos about like getting together on Saturday. They are actually getting together, but it's actually much more focused about the post office, the funding for the post office, which is supposed to be a part in the stimulus package about how much they're trying to give to the different small businesses. So that is something to really note. I maybe will make a video about that, so subscribe if you guys haven't done so you guys can get notified about that, and hit the bell notification button, consider, and also smash the like button if you haven't done so already. But this is basically the wrap for today's update. Thank you guys so much. If you guys have watched it all the way through, feel free to comment any thoughts at all. Stay safe, safe, stay well, best wishes, because both you and I and us in this community, we are in this together because we are both waiting for that stimulus check package and unemployment to be able to pass. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching and I hope to see you guys next time.